Marvel is not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. And ahead of the con, Kevin Feige spoke to Variety, and basically everything he would have presented at Comic-Con in San Diego with a great amount of fanfare, he's done in an article in Variety. I don't know if you have the notes there,
I do.
Badger, but let's talk about what he discusses in this. It's a lot.
Feige revealed that the Marvel Cinematic Universe's roadmap is planned out through 2032. But he also acknowledged that the studio has learned from recent missteps. Reflecting on the post-Endgame years, Feige admitted Marvel has overextended itself, producing well over 100 hours of stories in just 6 years.
Twice and yet we're planned out until 2032.
2032. Twice the output from the entire Infinity Saga. For the first time ever, quantity trumped quality, he said. Feige attributed audience fatigue not to superheroes themselves, noting the success of James Gunn's Superman, but to overwhelming volume. It's clearly not superhero fatigue, right? Feige shared candid reflections on how Marvel is now scaling back, limiting feature films to 3 per year and reducing TV output to often just a single live-action show per year. The goal is to avoid confusing audiences who feel they need to watch everything to stay informed, citing the lukewarm box office for Thunderbolts despite good reviews. Feige explained, some audiences were still feeling that notion of, I guess I had to have seen these other shows. Feige also confirmed that Avengers Secret Wars in 2027 will serve as a reset for the MCU, including recasting the X-Men while teasing plans for character returns, even if he remained coy about specifics. Feige defended Marvel's often criticized flexible filmmaking approach, known for reworking scripts during production. Flexible filmmaking approach. Love that. I wouldn't want to change that, Feige said, emphasizing the value of actor input on set. As for James Gunn's DC strategy of locking down scripts early, Feige pushed back, stating, "We've never started a movie with..." I can't. This is a full lie what I'm about to say. 69. No, this is a full lie what I'm about to say. We've never started a movie without a full script, and I have never been satisfied with the script that we've had.
It's true, though. I mean, Iron Man is the great example of that.
No, that's right. He confirmed Robert Downey Jr. will return to the MCU, not as Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday. A pivot Marvel started considering even before Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, amid growing doubts about Kang's viability as a central villain. We started talking about Dr. Doom even before we officially pivoted from Kang, Feige admitted. On the creative side, Feige teased Marvel's long-gestating Fantastic Four reboot as a no-homework-required movie, confirmed that the original cast from the infamous 1994 Fantastic Four movie will cameo. Oh,
that is cool. Wow. I didn't know that.
No way, that awesome. Gets cut out. Kevin Feige also reaffirmed Marvel's ongoing commitment to diversity and representation, despite industry backlash and political discourse around so-called woke content. Since Black Panther's groundbreaking success in 2018, Marvel has deliberately expanded its focus on projects led by women, people of color, and LGBTQ characters. While some of these titles have struggled critically or commercially, Feige remains steadfast. Marvel represents the world outside your window, he said. I've always said it, before DEI and woke became a thing, and after DEI and woke became a thing. Are we after? I don't think so. Ultimately, Feige positioned diversity not as a fleeting trend, but as a natural reflection of the real world, woven into Marvel's storytelling DNA. Despite scaling back production overall, he reassured that characters introduced after Endgame, many of whom come from underrepresented backgrounds, will have roles to play in the MCU's next chapter. That is part of the plan. Characters we've introduced post-Endgame will pop up again in some of the upcoming movies and beyond.
So how does everyone feel about James Gunn now?
All I can say is it's funny that they both have interviews out, right around the same time, and they're kind of sparring, not directly, but they're sparring in a way. I have something fun to share with you. This is a photo of, well, I'll just show you. It's a photo of me on the set of the Corman Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Here I am with the cast: Jay Underwood, Rebecca Stabb, Alex Hyde White, in their tidy. That's Carlo. I forget his last name. The guy who played the Thing. That's me with the cast of the '94 Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I just reviewed it for a Film Thread as well.
Yeah, that's great. So
unironically better costumes.
there you go. We'll be covering a lot of FF this week, obviously. Thoughts on Feige's comments here?
Yeah, he has not learned any lessons from the past few years.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He does not understand why Marvel is failing, and he's leaning into the wrong things. He thinks the fact that he thinks DEI is something that we need to keep doing specifically tells you he didn't learn any lessons. And X-Men is screwed.
Hot take now.
Yeah,
maybe Feige is a bit of a charlatan who is not as big of a comic book fan as we all thought. From the beginning had these intentions when he said soon we'll have more female heroes than males. And it was only because of the Robert Downey Jr.'s and the Jon Favreau's and the other strong creative choices. So I'll give him credit for that. But once it was truly, everything said Kevin Feige Productions afterward, that's when it all started going downhill, because he's the common denominator in all of this.
Oh, yeah. It started going downhill. Yeah. After all of that, and Kevin Feige took over and started making decisions for sure. The fact that he hasn't learned anything is wild. And they're doubling down on DEI, making sure it's Marvel represents everyone you see outside your window. When okay, that's fine. You can put these characters that aren't really popular and give them bad scripts while in turn attacking fans who did not like them. It's just a mix of terrible things at Marvel, and he's just nah, we're fine. Everything's good. We're just gonna keep it because that's how we like it that way. I can't believe he's like that.
My checks aren't bouncing, so we're good.
Well, and we can't blame the poor creatives that we the Nia DaCostas, who I'm not saying she's the greatest, but she certainly came into a movie mostly filmed already. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing them any favors,
Right.
And you can't blame them anymore. It's
yeah.
all this.
Well, she needed more executives hanging around.
More white men in suits.
Yeah.